Hey everyone, this is the first lecture of our training course about Guidelines for Auditing Management Systems ISO 19011-2018 edition. This standard has some instructions for the auditors to train them how to make audit on all types of management systems, including 17025, 9001, 14011, and other standards also. Prepared by project committee, technical committee, responsible to prepare only this standard, ISO PC 302. Technical committee specifically tasked by ISO for developing this standard, 19011. And that is the third version, updated now in 2018 to consider the recent updates in management systems, because as you know that other management systems like 17025 and 9001 and others also has been updated. So also auditing management system should be updated to consider the new points added to other management systems. So to consider the recent updates in the management systems to provide assessors and auditors with informations required to assess the new points added to other management system. And that third version replaces 2011, which is the second version. The main difference compared to the previous edition, first point, which is risk-based approach. As you know that risk-based approach is a very important point, updated or added to other management systems also, where the organizations shall consider, assess, and evaluate the risks that may have a negative effect on the product or result, and try to eliminate or reduce this risk. And also they shall use any opportunity for improvement to improve the product or results and increase the effectiveness of management system. Same thing also for audits. In case of auditing, you will have some risks that may affect the result of your audit. So you shall evaluate these risks and they try to eliminate or reduce. So auditing shall consider risks when planning and conducting audits. Second point, managing an audit program has been improved. Managing audit program, the audit program, which is the overall process of planning, implementing, monitoring, and improving all audits within the organization. And that will be explained in details after that also. But the point has been improved in the audit program that all risks shall be included also in the audit program. Whatever risk that may affect the result of the audit shall be included in the audit program. So managing an audit program shall include the risk, identifying and handling risks related to the program included. So the updates here in this point in the audit program provide more detailed advice on how to run the program effectively. So managing audit program has been improved in this edition, and key points included in this improvement. First point, which is risk-based thinking or approach, risk-based approach, that we already talked about this point, that you don't just schedule the audit, but you also should consider the risk that may affect the audit result at the end, such as the lack of qualified auditors. Auditors should have some technical experience about the processes being audited, and also conflict of interest. If there is any conflict of interest, shall be eliminated. And time and budget, everything about the audit program from the beginning till the end, you should consider the risk that may affect the audit result at the end. And another point also under the managing audit program, planning and resources. Planning is very important, is everything. You should plan for the audit before it happens, because you, as I said before, that you don't just schedule for the audit and time, but also you should consider every point inside this audit from the beginning till the end or the audit report. Planning and the resources should be adjusted well to get at the end good result from this audit. And you should consider also the processes being audited and how much this process is important or risky or something like this. Guidance on how to allocate resources such as time, money, auditors, how much time you need, how much money you need. Time also very important. How much time you need for this process. If the process is more risky or has more risk or has more units to be audited, more parameters to be audited, you should take care from this and you should consider this in your audit based on the importance and risk of the processes being audited. And we are talking too much about the risk because now risk has been updated in all standards, and also here has been updated. Handling risks related to the audit program. Once you determine the risk, you should eliminate this risk. So if risks has been identified, the program shall include strategies to mitigate or eliminate this risk. As example for that, if you find that you cannot complete the audit because there is a shortage of the auditors at this time, so in this case you have to adjust your schedule and find the time, the exact time which is suitable for the auditors to be there enough. So also you should have the auditors who have the technical experience about the process being audited, because that's very important and that for sure will affect the result of the audit. In most of cases during the assessment, especially assessment from the accreditation bodies, you will find that the assessor has little experience on your field, and this is not good. I think that for the assessor, better to have technical experience about the processes being audited, because that will improve the audit result at the end and it will help you for sure at the end. Last point in the improvement happened to the managing of an audit program is monitoring and improvement. After you will finish the audit and many other audits, so you will have data, you will have history, and from these data you should try to find out the deficiencies or risk that affect the result, any deficiency that affect the audit result at the end, and they try to mitigate or eliminate these deficiencies. So from the old data you can find out the improvement based on monitoring the old data or any audit that you did. You will find many deficiencies and you will find many good things, and based on this you will improve and you will make better audits in the future. So regularly review how well the audit program is working and improve it over time. So instead of treating the audits as a checklist, you will have a checklist and schedule the audit, have a checklist and follow the points inside the checklist, and then you will find non-conformity or opportunity for improvement. This is not the audit. You should not deal with the audit as a checklist, but you should manage the audit from the beginning till the end. You should plan very well for the audit. You should have competent auditors. So including that, so you should manage the audit program, including the risks and continual improvement, and you should also have the competence requirement or competence requirement for the auditors. So all auditors that you have, they should better to have technical experience about the processes being audited. So finally, you should know that the changes compared to the previous edition, the most important point, which is the risk-based approach and managing audit program, including the planning, monitoring and improvement, everything relating to the audit. So you should take care for these points, and every point will be explained after that in details. Thank you and see you in the next lecture.